What's going on YouTube? It's Ben, and in this video, we're going to talk about why salespeople make the best recruiters. What's going on, people of YouTube? Thank you so much for checking out my channel. If you're brand new, smash that subscribe button on your way in. I talk about entrepreneurship, business, everything in between. If you like that kind of stuff, definitely hit that sub button down below and you will not be disappointed. So getting right into it, I've said it so many times before and I'm saying it again, salespeople absolutely make the best recruiters. Whether it's on the client side or the candidate side, you salespeople are just so transferable to the recruiting business, it's not even funny. There's so many reasons why salespeople should be recruiters, but I'm gonna give you 10 right now. The first reason a salesperson should be a recruiter is that you know how to take rejection. Look, everyone in sales and recruiting is in the business of rejection. In fact, we literally eat it for breakfast. I mean, we deal with people who give us no's, maybes, and ignore us all day long. Salespeople are professional at this, like taking a roundhouse kick to the face and moving right on to the next possible roundhouse kick to the face, and then the next. When you're in recruiting, this type of thing is essential when you're dealing with candidates that you want to place and clients that you want to do business with. Really good salespeople and recruiters alike deal with rejection with a very high level of emotional intelligence, meaning that we don't take it personal, we don't dwell on it, we simply move on to the next. My second reason as to why good salespeople should become recruiters is that you know your customer. Very simply put, any good salesperson knows exactly who's going to buy from them and exactly who's not. If you're a salesperson, I guarantee you're nodding your head right now because we all know that there are buyers and tire kickers, and we can spot you from a mile away. In fact, this is super rare. You actually can't find many positions where you can actually psychologically determine whether someone's going to buy from you or just going to waste your time flat out. As we all know, time is money, and good salespeople don't waste their time on people that aren't going to make the money. The same exact concept goes for recruiting. Say I talk to a candidate that I'm interested in placing for a position, but that candidate never follows up with me after our initial contact. I know that that candidate is probably a no-go, therefore I'm not going to spend an ounce of my time reaching out, texting him, calling him, or anything because I know that it's a non-starter. As a salesperson, this skill is incredibly transferable to recruiting because knowing your client and knowing your candidate is absolutely essential to success in recruiting. My number 3 reason as to why salespeople should become recruiters. Salespeople, you've got persistence. Salespeople, you are the kings and queens of persistence. And that really comes in handy when it takes 6 to 8 times of you asking someone to buy your product before they actually buy your product. Persistence means going outside your comfort zone and doing what isn't normal, doing what's abnormal in order to get the sale, close the deal, make it happen. And salespeople just have this. They do this. They go above and beyond and they make things work. In the recruiting world, persistence works the exact same way. I mean, recruiters require persistence at every single angle of their role. I mean, we have to go out of our way to ask CEOs and directors of big companies to find their next employees for them. And not just ask, but literally convince them that we should be their next recruiter. I mean, we have to repeatedly contact these people, whether it's on the phone or over email, LinkedIn, whatever it is, repeatedly contact these people until we get a yes or no from them. You must know that as a salesperson, your persistence will make you a highly successful recruiter. Number 4, salespeople, you are motivated by closing the deal and making commission. Salespeople know the more that they sell, the more that they make, and that's just how it goes. It's only natural that the more you bring into the company, the more the company pays you, and the more that drives and motivates you to take action in order to make more sales, and the cycle continues. So you're motivated to close deals and make things happen non-stop. Recruiting runs on an identical model, basically on the client side or the candidate side, because you get paid on both. So whether you find a client or whether you find a candidate, you can get paid on both if you're working with multiple recruiters, or if you're working solo, you get everything. Either way, taking action in recruitment, whether it's on the client or candidate side, will get you paid. And that's an identical model and falls directly in line to the motivation that you as a salesperson have right now. The fifth reason that salespeople should become recruiters is that salespeople are personable. This literally couldn't be an easier comparison to make, but to be a really good salesperson, you have to be personable. You have to know how to work with people from all angles, of all backgrounds, in any scenario whatsoever. I'm talking about how to treat someone, how to talk to someone, how to interact with someone to make them like you, to inevitably do business with that person. This is what a really good salesperson knows how to do. See, sales is nothing but a transfer of emotion. Yes, the client is getting a product or service at the end of the day, but they're really not buying that. They're buying you. They're buying the way that you made them feel. In recruitment, this couldn't be further from the truth. With so many recruiting agencies and firms out there, the only single thing that you have is the ability to develop a seriously strong relationship with your client and add value to that relationship. Building that relationship out and making someone feel a certain way is everything in recruitment. And this is the stuff that makes deals close, keeps repeat business, gets you referrals. I mean, the relationship that you build is everything. Every single thing in recruitment depends on this relationship. And if you know how to do that well, you can do endless business forever and ever. My number 6 reason as to why salespeople should be recruiters is that salespeople know how to solve problems. So I've said this before and I'll definitely say it again. Recruitment is never a sale. Recruitment is always a solution. Salespeople know this just as much as recruiters do because they know that they're not actually selling something. Remember how I talked about that transfer of emotion? They're buying you. They're not buying the product or service. They're buying you. There's a million of the things or services that they want out there. They're buying it from you for a specific reason because of the way that you made them feel. It only works in 2 separate ways. You're either meeting a client's need or you're solving a client's problem. Both of these is going to make the client feel ecstatic. They're going to buy you and not the service or product, and they will be happy beyond belief, and you're going to get paid. The most important part about this for a recruiter and a salesperson is to recognize what the problem or need is, sometimes even before the client knows what their own problem or need is. This is precisely what we do in recruiting. We identify what the client's needs are, we identify what their problems are, and how our solutions can fill the gap and create the solution for them. Now, knowing how to recognize this and understand it and implement your solution and convince that client that your solution is the best is absolutely key. Salespeople can do this to a T because they can recognize problems, solve problems, and make people feel incredible about it. Number 7 reason why salespeople should be recruiters is salespeople, you are resourceful. Resourcefulness is pretty much an awesome quality for anyone to have in any industry and any job, but definitely for salespeople, you've got this down. Simply put, salespeople will do and use whatever it takes to get the deal closed. Salespeople, you're just great at explaining complex things in simplified ways, using different approaches with different people so that they can understand your solution and see the value of it, and that's how you shine. In recruiting, we have to be some of the most resourceful people on planet Earth because we have to find and connect and convince some of the most hard to find and hard to reach people on planet Earth as well. I mean, recruiters are on it pretty much 24/7 trying to connect with decision makers, ideal candidates, using LinkedIn, phone calls, text messages, email, whatever you call it. we're going after it. We're using that channel. We're trying to connect with people all day long. So my 8th reason why salespeople should be recruiters is that salespeople are goal-oriented. Don't get me wrong, there are tons of people that are goal-oriented. And in the working world, I believe that salespeople are among the top. I mean, salespeople are working on deadlines with quotas and averages to keep. They keep track of their KPIs, their numbers. Every single data point means something to them. They're always on their goals. You salespeople are driven by how many deals am I going to close today? How many deals am I going to close this month? How many deals am I going to close this quarter, this year? You're looking ahead. You're looking far ahead. You're tracking every single item that moves you towards that goal, and that's goal-oriented, man. The reason that this makes salespeople perfect for recruiting is because we do the exact same thing. Because of the fact that we know that in our business, we only get out what we put in. We are highly goal-oriented in recruiting. On any given day, we're focused on how many decision makers did I talk to? How many candidates did I talk to? How many people did I place this week, this month, this quarter, this year? What are my goals? I'm constantly looking at KPIs, constantly looking at numbers, and always forecasting what's going to happen and what I need to do to get there. Okay, so the 9th reason that I think salespeople should be recruiters is that salespeople are so confident. Anyone in sales that knows what they're doing will tell you that confidence and mindset is 90% of the game. The best salespeople in the world have the boldest and most intense confidence you'll ever find. If you haven't figured it out yet, people like to buy from people that exude confidence, that exude conviction, that really believe in what they're saying. People like to buy that transfer of emotion, like I said before. So someone that's confident, someone that knows what they're talking about, they're going to be an ace in the hole for recruiting, because exuding that confidence is only going to be a perfect transfer of emotion to recruiting, whether it's on the client side or the candidate side. But you salesperson, yeah, you're perfect for recruiting. As a super confident salesperson and exuding that super confident personality, you can practically make anyone in recruitment do business with you just by exuding that attitude. And as always, I left the best for last. My 10th reason why good salespeople should become recruiters is that you are going to make way more money. Look, before you get on me about this, I understand if you're on Wall Street selling stocks and bonds, making millions of dollars a year, and you're not going to double your income overnight by becoming a recruiter, I totally get it. There are exceptions to the rule. However, for the rest of us, recruitment is by and large, for all of the above skill sets, a perfect position for someone to make a ton of money. I mean, I get it. You could be selling anything from shoes to cars and make yourself a decent living. But as a salesperson, with all of the high quality skill sets that I've been mentioning above, you have the capability to make an abundance of money. And ultimately, the sky's the limit. I mean, a decent salesperson with the right setup could be making a multi-six-figure income. That's just the tip of the iceberg. If you take yourself solo and set up your own recruiting agency, working on both clients and candidates, taking 100% of the cut rather than something like half of the cut, the sky is truly the limit. So to wrap it all up, I really hope that this video shows all of my salespeople out there watching how transferable you really are to recruitment. If you enjoyed this video, please smash that like button down below, subscribe, hit the alert button so you know every single time I come out with a new video, which is pretty much daily, so I'll be catching you guys tomorrow. Until then.